Hey everyone, and welcome back to M365 Tech Titans. I hope everyone is doing great, and today I'm really excited to launch a brand new series where I'll be posting an Excel tutorial every week. That's right, every single week we'll dive deep into everything Excel, from the basics to the advanced stuff. And over the next few weeks, you'll learn how to navigate Excel like a pro, master all those formulas, create stunning charts, and unlock all the hidden features that will help you get ahead of the competition. Whether you're a beginner or already have some experience, there's something in this series for you. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications because you won't want to miss a single video. Okay, so for today's video and the very first video of our series, I'm gonna cover the very basic stuff in Excel. Now everyone, like all of us, know how to access the desktop app or the online version of Excel. But the major thing here is, do we all know all the elements or the components that are in Excel or that we see on the screen? Do we all know exactly what they're called? So this basic tutorial, today's session, is gonna help us all to understand what the elements or what the components are called that you see on your screen, and main thing, how to navigate through Excel. So to start, I'm just gonna get on my other worksheet here, and as you can see on the screen, this is the worksheet that I have open, and whenever we open an Excel, open a new file, this is what we're gonna see. And over here, when we look at the top of the desktop app here, the very top, we see that it says the name of the file we have. You're gonna see a search bar here, so that's pretty straightforward. That's called a search bar, quick search. The name that you see here and all these options, like the most recent ones, to save or undo or redo things like that. So that is called title bar. So the very first bar that you see here on the top here, that is called the title bar. So basically on the title bar, you're gonna see is the name of your file, if it's got the autosave button on here, and in most of the cases this button is gonna stay on if you're logged in with your Microsoft account and then you're syncing to OneDrive. We can dive in deeper on OneDrive in the coming sessions, but today this is called the title bar. So then the next one is quick access toolbar, and that is pretty much the same thing. The quick access toolbar here, as you see, these are going to be the commands. So that's your title bar and quick access toolbar. Right below that, when you see there are items like file, home, insert, these are all different menu items, but this whole area, this is called a ribbon in Excel. So when someone's gonna ask you, like if you're working on Excel and someone says, okay, do you see the data tab on ribbon? So that's when you click here. That's the tab on ribbon, and ribbon has all these different options. That's gonna open a different set of tools that you will see here underneath. That's the toolbar, and if you click on any item on the ribbon here, that's where you see all the different bunch of tool options at the very below of that ribbon. So that's good. We know what's title bar, what's ribbon, and what's a toolbar right now. And under that toolbar, when you see this white space here, if you just hover over that, it's gonna say this is the formula bar. So this is where if you have complex formulas, or doesn't matter if it's basic or complex, but if you have any formulas, you can put those formulas over here. And right beside that formula bar, this is the area that is called the name box. So what is the name box? In this section here, whatever cell you select, the name box is gonna give you the address of that cell, which cell is selected. So if I select C6, if I select A1, these are all the different cells, like the cell address, and that's what you're gonna see here in the name box. This whole white screen here that you see, I'm moving my cursor around, this whole white screen is called worksheet window. So that's gonna that's going to be displayed like containing cells, rows, and columns. So these are different columns and these are the different rows here. So that's your worksheet window. And if you look all the way to the left side, all the way like bottom left side, you'll see by default you'll see sheet 1, that is worksheet tabs. So a workbook, so there are two different terms here. A workbook is a collection of different worksheets, and a worksheet is a specific different worksheet that you will have. You can have multiple worksheets in one single workbook. That's your Excel file. Workbook is your Excel file. Okay, so now if you look all the way on the right hand side, you'll see a bar here that is called the scroll bars. So you have the horizontal scroll bar and the vertical scroll bar. If you have a huge amount of data set, you can use these scroll bars to scroll around in your Excel. And after the scroll bars, if you look at the very bottom on the right hand side, you'll see this bar here. So that's going to be your zoom out and zoom in settings. So you can zoom out and zoom in from here. If you have a specific percentage here, if you, let's say if you want to zoom into 180%, just go hit OK, and then that's going to be your zoom percentage. You can always increase or decrease with the plus and minus buttons here as well. So that is basically your Excel, just very basic terms, what everything is called in Excel, what is called, like what these items are called on a worksheet, and what is a workbook. To create a new worksheet, you can just hit that plus sign, and that's going to add a new sheet to your workbook. Same way, if you have any cell selected, you can always check here on the name box which cell you are on. But instead of checking that, you will simply see on your screen itself that any cell that I'm selecting here, it's got that nice dark border to it. So that's the active cell. Any cell that is highlighted, like has a border on it, that's called the active cell. And cell reference, sometimes people will call the value that you see in the name box, they'll call it cell reference. So let's say if I'm on B4, that's the cell reference here. And cell references, that is widely going to be used when you're creating formulas here. So right now, just for an example, we can do here, let's say I'm just going to put anything here and I'll do 50. So these values, the values in these two cells, these kept changing when I was adding any information here. So if I click on this cell, and in the formula bar, you're going to see that there is a formula to add these two cells. And that's where this value is coming from. So now on this cell here, there is another formula that shows. And one good thing about Excel, when you click on the formula bar, you will see the color coding here. So this is the cell D3 and this is E3. So for this specific cell F3, the formula here is D3 minus E3. So if I say, let's say if I put 30 here, this is going to change. So that's how you can easily use the cell references when you're working with formulas. But yeah, we'll be covering all that in the upcoming videos. And I think this is pretty much it for the basic understanding of Excel. We will dive deeper into all these ribbon items, how you can insert different things, and then there will be data analysis. Those would be like advanced sessions, but we will be covering all of these topics and in the videos in the coming. And again, the excitement of launching this new series, and I will see you guys next week with a new video and much more detailed information. Thanks for watching again, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thanks.